Hello YouTube and fellow kayak fishing enthusiasts. Figured I would throw my rig on YouTube. Seems like everybody else is, so I figured I'd show you mine. Um, when I was initially researching these, I found that most of them on YouTube were either way out of my price range, like high-end fishing kayaks and the Hobie Mirage Drive with the drop-in trolling motor, just way too expensive for me. And that or they were just kind of haphazardly thrown together with egg or milk crates on the back for storage and 2x4 plank to mount your trolling motor on. So I figured I'd do, best of both worlds, make it look kind of good and also be within my budget. So in total, I've got $400 into this rig. That includes the boat. The boat I picked up for about $250 or less at Academy Sports. It's a 10-foot long Pelican sit-in canoe or sit-in kayak. It weighs about, I don't know, maybe less than 35 pounds. I don't have a truck or a trailer, so I thought I would get the smallest boat I can fit in so I can throw it on top of my car, and then the rest I just take apart and put in the trunk. So no need for a truck or a trailer or anything like that. What I wanted to do was keep it all original in stock so that I can easily convert it back to a regular kayak. I didn't want to put any holes in it or anything like that. So what it came with two fishing rod holders that are kind of sunken into the hull, one on each side here. So I started with that and added this frame to mount the trolling motor on. It's Schedule 40 PVC, which is the stronger stuff. And then I made the angles and everything so it kind of followed the contours of the boat, kind of matched the profile of the boat. And then I painted it black. And it's held in, like I said, up front in these two fishing rod holders here. And then in the back, it mounts with an eye bolt. The eye bolt goes through the hole that you normally have at the back of the kayak. And I've got rubber grommets so I won't scar up the plastic or anything. And then the eye bolt goes through the PVC pipe, through this plate up here, and then through the trolling motor. And I've got a wing nut up top. So I just unscrew this wing nut, pull the eye bolt out, and the whole system just lifts up out. And that's what I put in the trunk. So basically, I've got metal plates back here for the trolling motor to clamp onto. And then this top plate is free floating. It's actually a toilet bowl lid that I picked up at the thrift store for like $2. And after I made my cuts, I epoxied the edges here so that it'd stay watertight and painted it black. And like I said, it's kind of like a free floating suspension. It's got these clamps on here and these rubber grommets. And that way, if I hit a stump or underwater rock or something like that, the shock is absorbed with this plate and it doesn't really transfer into the plastic where it can do damage. So that way, it's still solid, but yet it gives a little so that I don't have too much shock when I hit stuff. The Minn Kota is just the cheapy $80 Minn Kota. Picked it up at Academy Sports also. And I took the top off. Normally you've got the bulb on top of the trolling motor with the guts inside and then the throttle and all that. I took it apart and took all the electronics out and relocated them up by my seat so I can adjust the speed from the chair up here. And what I did with the top is just put this T-bar up here for my steerage and then ran the wires down. I've got a rubber grommet here to keep the wires from getting damaged from the sharp edges. Then the wires run down. I've got just the typical 3-prong connector you can pick up at Lowe's or Home Depot. And this is the kind where you have to push the button to release it, and that way it doesn't come detached while I'm out on the water. And the wiring runs into the PVC, down on the inside of the PVC, and drops into the inside of the boat, so it's all hidden. So back behind the chair, there's some cutout lines that come with the boat, and I just followed the smallest one I could cut and still get the battery in there. So the battery I just drop in behind the seat. It's just a regular battery connector that I've got. And the battery I use is a Sigma's Tech. It's 12 volt, 35 amp hour. And that gets me about an hour and a half at full speed and 6 hours of regular trolling speed, so it holds plenty. It's just the perfect size. And the electronics that I pulled out of the top of the Minn Kota here, I have right here. I've got another connector that connects back behind the seat. And basically, all the electronics are inside what used to be a Nutella container. I painted the inside of the container black, painted the inside so it wouldn't scratch on the outside. And it just Velcros onto the wall here with some industrial strength Velcro. And that way I've got my speed. I got a knob here that came off of a old oven or something like that. But it's 5 speeds forward, straight up and down is off, and then I've got 3 speeds for reverse. That way my controls are right there at my fingertips. As far as steering, I've just got a typical, kind of like a soapbox derby rig. It's just rope that goes around this channel where you normally put the kayak skirt. I've got a small knot at the front to kind of indicate which direction I'm going. And you just pull on one side or the other. And that'll make the back steer. For storage, I just got a like $9 I think cooler from Walmart. It had to be red so it all kind of matched. And inside is my live well. I do a lot of hybrid striped bass fishing, so I got to have some live minnows. Got my battery powered aerator here. And that is also from Academy Sports. I think this was like $6 or something. And I put some PVC on the back for storing poles and nets or whatever you need. This middle one here, I've got a 10-foot flag that I fly just so that boats can see me better. Got to have the American representing. And yeah, I've just got small Plano mounted to the top so I can have hooks and stuff like that in there. And got my minnow net so I can pull them out. You want to have everything fastened to the boat because inevitably you'll lose something off the side. And then when I'm trolling, I'll throw out my saltwater offshore rigs, you know, real big ones. Troll off each side, and usually I run an umbrella rig with some bucktails off of it for the striper. I think I might add a fish finder at one point because striper kind of hard to find without a fish finder. They school. And then let's see, I've got my anchor trolley. It's attached with bungee so it doesn't slap the side of the boat so you don't scare the fish away. And that way you can run your anchor either off the back or off the front depending on the wind direction or the current. You can always face the direction you want to be fishing in whenever you're stationary. And yeah, I just wanted it to look kind of like store-bought from afar, not too haphazardly thrown together, but still be in budget. So this is how you can get on the water for $400 or less. I'll probably add some outriggers to it. A sit-in canoe is a little tipsy. It's fine when you're not fishing, but if you hook a big 50-pounder, it can take you for a ride. So I might add some outriggers just to make it a little safer. And if I do that, I'll update you guys. But I thought I'd just show you what I've done. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can post them below, and I'll try to answer them for you. Thanks.